Joining us now, we have Jennifer Voorhees, Keller Williams, leader and founder of the Voorhees team,
yes, sir.
listing specialist extraordinaire.
Yes.
Joining us today, finally, we've been talking about getting you on this show for a
Thank
while
you.
now, so glad to have you. So we're here at WieFit in Newport, Kentucky. You and I have both been longtime customers here of Brian's.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about WieFit.
Yeah, so Brian is a good friend of ours. Contacted him about 15 years ago to get my babies here. I was going through in vitro and he put me on a great diet plan, and then 15 years later I got a 15-year-old and a 10-year-old, so he has been my #1 guy for fitness for quite some time.
So it worked.
Yeah. Definitely.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little bit before the camera started rolling about, what's going on. Here we are in Northern Kentucky, spring, summer 2023, a lot of new development going on, crazy hot housing market. Tell us, what are you seeing out there?
Well, crazy hot housing market for sure. Inventory is a little low, which we've heard, across the board the last few years. Right up the hill, we've got Homeorama going on, which is kind of cool here in Newport since we're shooting down here. And then we've got some new developments still going on the Ohio River at Manhattan Harbor, which is awesome. But the pricing market, the pricing is super, super high, and a lot of first-time home buyers are getting kind of priced out right now. So what I've decided to do is kind of create my own narrative. I'm going to start building some houses, and we got to get some people into some homes. So you got to do what you got to do to get these people into some homes.
I love it. You got to manufacture and create listings. I know we were talking a little bit about the fact that probably the biggest objection I think you and I are both seeing right now. So I know I'm preaching to the choir with this. But a lot of people, they want to move. They maybe want to be a move-up buyer, but they're reluctant to sell because they don't want to end up homeless. They know their current home's going to sell so quick.
Right.
So what are you doing about that, or what are you seeing there?
So that is my #1 question. A lot of people want to move, but they're like, well, Jen, where will we go? Or I don't want to buy something without falling in love with it, right? And I was like, I got you. I do this every single day. So what we do is we get them in contract way early, and then we'll find them a buyer that will let them stay in their house 2 months, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, maybe even a year. It just really depends. And then we will have enough time to go find them that right property. And with my network and with Keller Williams behind us, I'm constantly digging, knocking on doors, and I've made these opportunities happen, and a lot of agents have followed suit. And that's truly what we're seeing a lot is, so no one's homeless. Because my biggest thing is I don't want anybody to be homeless. Then I can't have, raving fans for life and make you homeless. So that's what we're doing.
So you're playing matchmaker, basically.
We are a puzzle, and we're just putting it together. And it's perfect. And as long as you have the right kind of dialogue with your clients and they understand, it really works out well.
Right. Well, if you think about it, it's tough to be that first penguin in the water, so to speak. Well, we need that. We need somebody to kind of be brave enough to jump in, kind of create that domino effect, because if we get enough people to list their homes that might be a good home for a first-time home buyer, and then they're willing to be those move-up buyers and buy that next purchase price point, I think that solves a lot of the challenges and issues for the market overall. Right?
Well, and then the market, like you said, we just don't have a lot of inventory, and if people want to move, that's the inventory, or we create it. It's got to be one way or the other. But we give them a good feeling about what they're doing, and they know that they don't have to buy that first house that they look at. They have time, and that's really what they want. They want time to be able to find that right home.
See a little bit of a difference in inventory, between the two sides of the river, Ohio versus Kentucky right now, or is it pretty similar?
I actually just looked up stats today because I knew that you were going to ask me that. I sell in both Kentucky and Ohio, and the inventory is just low. It's low across the boards. This last quarter, actually the quarter that we're in, we're up about 4% in Ohio, and right now we're still kind of even in Kentucky, but the houses are still flying off the market. So the market's good. It's just not as good as it was probably in 19 and 20, just because we had a lot more activity. But we've got people moving here from all over the United States because it's affordable. And that causes a little bit of a problem. That's why we got to build some more houses.
That's exactly right. All right, we're here now with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Brian Kiefer.
Well, thanks guys for coming on down. You guys have been coming here for 17 years. Started in my basement.
Crazy.
I was 12 when I started coming here.
Right.
Well, thanks for the hookup today. I'll take all the help I can get here with some supplements.
Anything I can do, that's why I'm here.
You do such a great
job.
Here.
Appreciate you guys coming down.
Really appreciate you, my man. Thanks for having us out.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yep, you bet.